Mick Aussie steps up and in, the Edmonton Elk fan. This is really upsetting me, Mick. Earlier in the week, I was going to take Ottawa, and I don't know what I was thinking in the last 24 hours. I was like, you know what? Edmonton can win on the road. Ottawa have lost 13 straight games. Edmonton aren't really that bad. They played a tough schedule. You know, I gave them all these excuses, but this is pretty bad, Mick, so far to start this game. 10-0. They're getting shut out again.
Well, it just shows that so much evolves around the quarterback in the CFL like the NFL, and we've really screwed up with the quarterback because they put all their money into Cornelius. Trey Ford's not ready. He's not even dressed, so something's going on there. And this Daggy come in and did okay. He's bounced around the NCAA. I read all about him this morning. So much on the quarterback, and we're not looking good, mate. If we lose to Ottawa tonight, that is the all-time absolute lowest of lows.
See, you're rocking the Canadian flag for Canada Day, Mick. You ready to go?
Well, it's one good thing. We got an extra day off and we've got Canada Day tomorrow. So, yeah. Even if the Elks lose, we got tomorrow off and Canada Day. Love Canada Day. Had some great times at the Stampeder games. But you're right. I laugh when you and Joe were talking about the only CFL game is in Quebec tomorrow. That's a bit weird, eh?
I brought that up. It kind of is. Like, of all...
Makes no sense.
You put the one, you put the Canada Day game in the city that they don't really care about Canada Day. It's just kind of weird. Should have, Right, Ottawa's moving the ball again here. I don't even care who scores. Just score. Somebody score.
You need over. Mick, did you look at the other games for the CFL? I mean, because, the Monday game is the BC.
Damn right. He's ready to go. BC Toronto. What do you got? Who's going to win the battle of the unbeatens?
Oh, that's a beauty, isn't it? I hope BC win, of course, but the Argos look good. And Chad Kelly, the nephew of Jim Kelly, the irrelevant draft pick for the Broncos, he's a big fella, and he started his CFL career very good. So for the sake of the CFL and the Argos, I hope Chad Kelly is a real success because he came in during the Grey Cup, scored a touchdown, and they went on to win. So let's hope he does well. Their defense is good. BC Lions, they've only let 21 points in 3 games. So their defense is kicking butt. Vernon Adam Jr.'s Rhymes might be back at wide receiver. So
he is back.
Classic game. I'll take BC just, but I wouldn't be surprised either way. I think it might be a 3-point game either way.
It's going to be a good game, fun game Monday night in Toronto. Ottawa RedBlacks are attempting a 50-yard field goal right now. And the 50-yard field goal is good right down the middle. 13-0 for the Ottawa RedBlacks. 10 minutes left in the second half. This is a train wreck. The Elks need to score now on this drive, Mick. Let's go, Elks. What do you think of Saturday's game, Mick? What do you got here? Blue Bombers and the Montreal Alouettes Saturday night in Montreal.
All right, well, comes down to coaching. Hey, who would you rather? Mike Shea, the legendary linebacker for the Argos and the Bombers Grey Cup coach, or Jason Moss, the average to bad coach? I think Bombers will respond big time. 6 points is a bit much, 6.5, whatever it is. But I think the Bombers will respond. But your Alouettes have really surprised me, mate. Cody Fajardo's doing better, and Stan back at running back has come good.
Yeah, what are you ripping our coach for
great.
then? We're 2-0. The Elks suck. Maybe Jason Moss should be the coach of the Edmonton Elks, and you guys would have lost 19 in a row. Just saying.
You see some of those decisions Jason Moss made in Calgary when he went for a field goal instead of going for it. He's no good, mate. He's a nice bloke, but I don't like him as a coach. You can have him in Montreal.
We're fine. All right, here, I'm going to send a picture here. I want to show Dave the stadium in Montreal. So it's a good atmosphere there, Dave. It's fun. Okay. You would really enjoy, like, a Montreal CFL game. It's really cool. It's
open
in a
air?
Small stadium. Yeah, it's in a small stadium. They play their big games at Olympic Stadium, like in the, I mean, if it's a playoffs or like whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it's outside, but you get the skyline of Montreal. You're on the mountain. You're overlooking the city. It's really cool.
Oh, wow. Grass field?
I was a season ticket holder. not a grass field, field turf.
Oh, wow.
And in
Okay.
fact, field turf was invented at McGill University in Montreal. Now you know something.
Wow, I did not know that.
That stupid
See, I
pebblet
learned
stuff
something new
with
every
the
day.
little pebbles that goes in people's eyes that players hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was invented in Montreal.
Ah, okay. All right.
I saw it the other day in the USFL game. The quarterback had to leave the game. He got one of the pellets in his eye, and like it was a problem.
Have you been on that stuff? It is annoying as hell. We
Yeah.
played tournaments on it, and one of my kids dove.
People don't realize
for a
those
ball.
pellets pop up, bro. Like
Exactly. We had to take her out of the game because she dove for a ball and her arm dragged and all that stuff came up in her eyes and she couldn't get
Yep.
out of her eyes. We had to take her out of the game. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
annoying.
Even like I said, they had to take a USFL quarterback out of the game the other day because of that.
Yeah.
Okay, Mick, time's flying by here. So it's 13-0 in the football game. There's 9 minutes left in the second half. Edmonton's got the ball 2nd and 10 on their own 40. Can you guys even get a damn first down? Can you complete a pass? Like, can you do anything? Like really? This is an embarrassment to the uniform. Forget about the name. Like, oh, and he's getting sacked. Like, it's just getting worse and worse and worse every drive.
Mick, Gabe said he got Edmonton tonight in the same game parlay, and I was shocked. I thought he was coming with the RedBlacks, and I said, wow, this is the first time I can really remember you taking the Elks.
I said RedBlacks earlier in the week, too. I was like,
you did. That's what I thought you were coming with. I mean, and I saw the steam all come on Edmonton. I was like, oh, Gabe's going to hit the RedBlacks. I'm going to do the RedBlacks. You put me
Part
on
of the
pause. I
Steam
didn't
Club,
do it.
and I'm getting steamed.
Yeah, but like Mick, in game right now, would you take Edmonton, or is this one of those games like you know the team as good as anybody?
They're plus
Are they
13
gonna
and a
come
half
back?
right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, take it. Long way to go. CFL last 3 minutes, they can still win with down by 12. Take the
We need to
game.
remember that they're playing
keep the
Ottawa.
faith.
Ottawa
keep the
screw
faith.
up all the time. All right. Like Ottawa can find a way, but Edmonton, like that's the thing. If you just complete a damn pass, man, this is bad. All right. Still early though. Like you said, a lot of football left. So Mick, what are you taking in the Bombers in the Alouette game tomorrow?
Oh, I'll take the Bombers on the minus and the over. Like I said, way more faith in their coaching, and they'll bounce back. They wouldn't be happy getting destroyed last week by the BC Lions. A few of their players are getting old. Adam Bighill's probably out. He's a legend. But, I like the Bombers.
I disagree. I think the Alouettes hang around tomorrow. I tell you what, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Though. I do agree. The Bombers going to put some points up after being held to 6 points last week. I think Montreal are better than people are giving them credit for. I think it's going to be a battle, like a 30-27 type game, higher scoring but close field goal type of game. But Mick, AFL football, what do you got for us?
Well, first of all, the fact that you were watching last Saturday night, it was the game of the year. The Crows should have beaten those Magpies, and the big American Mason Cox got into it, got his goggles ripped off. Great you were watching. It was a great game, Gabe. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a fun game.
What do you want? You want some...
Yeah, let's get to tonight's game.
We have the Crows should beat the Roos and probably cover. I like the Dockers to cover, but the Dogs to win. That's the Western Bulldogs over the Fremantle Dockers. That could be a close one. And the Collingwood Magpies are up at the Gold Coast Suns. The Suns are coming good. That could be close, but the Magpies should get that done. They're absolutely on a roll.
Yeah, Collingwood only minus 148, but as we saw last week, right? It was close. Minus 148 against Gold Coast. So what do you think about, you said Adelaide against the Roos tonight. It's rare to see Adelaide laying 45 and a half points. It's a lot of points, Mick.
Yeah, but they're very good at home, mate. And if they're mentally switched on after narrowly losing last week, they'll destroy the Roos. They're so good at home. They really play well at Adelaide. That's what was impressive last week, where they nearly got up in front of 70,000 Collingwood fans. The atmosphere was crazy.
I swear to God, it's the fourth fumble. Like, I don't even, who recovered it this time? God, this game is just like as bad as we thought it was going to be. It's really turning into a train wreck. What about the West Coast Eagles, Mick, and the St. Kilda Saints? 51.5.
Your Eagles lost by 173 against the Sydney Swans. Swans scored over 200.
173.
Only the fourth time since 2012-ish that someone scored over 200. The coach and the captain reckon the Eagles will respond. They might get within 50. It's over in Perth. St. Kilda, a bit of a defensive team. Tough one. Saints will win, but let's hope the Eagles do a bit better.
Wow. 173 points, Dave.
That's I never heard of that. That's ridiculous. I don't even. How do you come back from that? That's I don't even know what to make the line. The Reds just walked off the Padres and covered the run line. By the way, 7.
Wow.
Padres are going bad.
San Diego season. This is the week. This is like they're like the Ocean Gate. This is it. They're sunk. They're not coming back up.
Toast.
Like seriously, like every day they lose. They're like the Mets of the West Coast. Happy Canada Day, Mick. Enjoy yourself.
Happy Canada Day, Mick.
Same to you guys.